And now it's time for study time. And in tonight's study, it's the study of the Little Papi and Tony and the real flying saucer. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the pappy were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the pappy said, Mammy, tonight's story is going to be the story of the little pappy and Tony and the real flying saucer. And she went, oh, pappy, a story. And he said, that's right, Mammy. And she went, I can hardly wait. And he went, okay, Mammy. Now, when the little pappy was a little pappy, he went up to his mum in the kitchen and he went, Mum, do you believe in flying saucers? And she went, yeah, I do. Because there's been umpteen times when I've actually considered throwing one at you. What? She said, I'm only messing. That's a flying saucer. No, I mean, like the flying saucers in The Invaders, you know, where it starts off saying, a Quinn Martin production. It began at a lonely, deserted diner for David Vincent. And then it goes on, and he's trying to tell everyone about the flying saucers. Well, that Tony's like that, Mum. And she went, oh, bless him. Bless his little cotton socks. And she went, yeah, but the thing is, Mum, but the thing is, I have to say, I don't know whether they're there or not. There must be life on other planets. And she went, yeah, because there's certainly too much of it on this one. And he went, right, well, I'm going to go knock for Tony. And she went, you do that. And now leave me in peace so I can think about what else I can chuck. And he went, what? And she went, I'm only messing. Come on, let me do these potatoes in peace. He went, all right, Mum. So he gave her a kiss on the cheek and a hug. And he said, all right, I'll see you later. What's for dinner? And she went, we could have roasties. And he went, and don't forget, I have to have more than everyone else on the planet. And she went, okay. And I went, see you, Mum, I can't wait. And so off he went to knock for Tony. And so he got to Tony's. And he went, Tony, I'll come and knock for you in a minute. I have to go and get Pauline first. And he went, oh yeah, that's right. So little Pappy knocked at Pauline's. Now, Pauline. And Pauline came to the door with her favourite cereal in her blue plastic bowl and with the Baby Lucia and her doody cup. And he went, Baby Lucia. Do you know how many times I thought this morning about sucking that cheek? And said, hello, Pappy. And he went, right, Pauline, I was thinking we could go and play by the Barnabas Hill and look for some shrapnel. And she went, oh, I haven't got a magnet. And little Pappy said, it's all right. I've got one in my pocket. And she went, oh, okay then. Well, I'll get a biscuit tin and we can put the shrapnel in there. And little Pappy said, all right, well, hurry up. And she went, okay, all right. So Pauline took her empty blue plastic. And no, she didn't. Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could. And the Baby Lucia finished her doody cup as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline took her empty blue plastic bowl and the Baby Lucia's empty doody cup straight to the kitchen sink. Then she put her bowl in the sink and she filled the Baby Lucia's doody cup right up to the brim. And then she came straight back to the front door. And little Pappy went, that was quick. And she went, I know, I can't wait. I've got a decent biscuit tin. Look. And he went, oh yeah, that'll do it. And she went, okay, let's go and knock for Tony. He said, okay. And so they went round and he knocked for Tony. And Little Papi knocked and then shouted through the letterbox, "Now, Tony!" And Baby Lucia knocked too. And she shouted through the letterbox, "Nee, nee!" And Tony came to the front door with a nice jam buzzy for himself and a heart-shaped jam buzzy for the Baby Lucia. He goes, "There you go, Baby Lucia. It's Warburton's. It's medium sliced and no one's touched it. This is the first. It's dead fresh and it's Hartley's jam." And she went, "Yeah, nee, yeah." So she sat down and she had her jam buzzy as quickly as she could. And Tony had his jam buzzy as quickly as he could. And he left some jam on one cheek and no jam on the other, which meant that he was ready. And Little Papi said, Tony. You've got more jam on your cheek than I've ever seen." And he went, I know, but it was because I had the jam buzzy too fast." And then Baby Lucia climbed up and sucked the rest of the jam off Tony's cheek. And when she climbed back down, Tony said, "Is it all gone?" Little Papi said, "Of course. She's a professional, a professional jam sucker." And I went, "Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what came over me. I was starving." And I said, "All right, but Tony, I've got a decent magnet in my pocket and Pauline's got a decent biscuit tin. We're going to go and get shrapnel from the Barnabas Hill." And I went, "Brilliant. I haven't got a magnet now." And Papi said, "It doesn't matter. I've got the magnet. We can all take turns with the magnet." And he went, "Okay then." And then Little Papi said, "Right, let's go and get Delores and Charlotte." And so they all went round to Charlotte's and Dolores's, who was sitting on Dolores's step. "Oh, hello, Little Papi." Little Papi said, "Hello, Delores. Hello, Charlotte. We're gonna go and get some shrapnel from the Barnabas Hill. Pauline's got a biscuit tin and I've got a magnet, and we'll be able to collect it." And Delores said, "Oh, wait, I've got a biscuit tin." And Charlie said, "I haven't got one. I haven't got a magnet either." And Little Papi said, "It's all right. Just one magnet will do. We'll all swap." And she went, "Oh, yeah, thank you, Little Papi." And then Delores said, "Okay, but I've got to ask my mum if it's okay to go and if I can have that biscuit tin on the shelf." And Little Papi said, "Okay." She went, I won't be a minute." So Delores ran off, and after a short while, she came back. She went, "My mummy said it's okay to play Band of Barnabas Hill, and as long as we don't get our new clothes filthy." And Charlotte said, "No, we won't get them filthy, Delores. We'll look after each other." And Delores said, "That's right, we will." And Little Papi said, "Oh, it's a decent biscuit tin, that." And Pauline said, "It is a good one. It's a nice one. That's one of those Walker's ones." And she went, "Yeah, it is. And it's got the little Scotchy on it." And Tony said, "The Scotchy?" And she went, "Yeah, the Scotchy man from Scotland." And I went, "Oh, right." And Little Papi said, "Right, to the Barnabas Hill." And so they all went round to the Barnabas Hill. And the Little Papi said, "Right, okay, now I'm going to just show you how I use the magnet. I've got it on some string." And Delores said, "Oh, that's a brilliant magnet, that." He said, "Yeah, now watch." So what you do is you get the magnet and you don't let it touch the ground, because if you do, it'll get all bits of screws and everything on it, and we don't want that. So what we do is we walk along, and then Baby Lucia, you look for any tiny bits that are sticking up and you just pull those ones up. And Baby Lucia went, "Oh, all right, Papi." And so she was looking round, and Little Papi said, "Right, and what we do is you just hang the magnet a little bit over the ground and you look for shrapnel, like that. And look, and there's one, and right, and we'll put it in your biscuit tin, Delores." And Delores said, "Okay," and she held out the biscuit tin, and Little Papi put the first piece of shrapnel in it. And Tony said, "Right, who's going to do the examining?" And Pauline said, me and Charlotte will do the examining, and then Delores, you can do some examining." And then Charlotte said, "Okay, well, let me look." "Oh, is that off a bomb? And Tony went, yeah, it's definitely off a bomb now. And Pauline said, yeah, look, it's got the curve. And the little Pappy said, right, see if there's any German writing on it. And then, and then they looked. And Charlotte said, no, it just says, something AS. And Delores said, it might be a piece of a gas pipe. And Pauline said, that's very good. That's the kind of thing that we have to watch out for. Separating the stuff off that's not from Germany. And Charlotte said, okay, this is going to be good, like a proper investigation. And Little Pappy said, right, okay, now, the next thing is, we'll stay here. This will be our base for collecting the shrapnel. So put the biscuit tins here. So Pauline put her biscuit tin down, and Delores put her biscuit tin down. I said, right, now, don't forget, and you can't let the magnet touch the biscuit tin, otherwise it'll pull that up too. And Charlotte said, oh yeah, because it's made of tin. And Little Pappy said, that's right, yeah. And he said, but it's really good for magnets. And then Baby Lucia was putting little pieces of metal that she found in the biscuit tin. Ding, ding. And then she went off and found some more. And Tony said, I'm going to go and look for shrapnel over by the great big wall. And then he went out. And Little Pappy said, but you haven't got the magnet. And then Tony said, it's all right. I've got my own detection methods. If you boot the ground and boot the muck up, if you see something sticking up, that'll be shrapnel. And Little Pappy said, all right, but don't wreck your shoes, Tony. And Tony looked. They're already wrecked. Okay, I'm going to go and find my own little speck. So Tony went off. And so everyone else said, right, okay, well, while Tony's doing that, I'm going to go and have a look over here by the other gate. And Little Pappy said, hey, everyone, you know what we forgot to do? And then Charlotte went, what? We forgot to climb over the old railings. And Delores said, oh, Little Pappy. And Tony come back and went, what? And he went, yeah, we forgot. We forgot to climb over the old railings to get to the Barnabas Hill. And Tony said, oh, Pappy, okay, come on. Let's climb over and climb over again. And Charlotte said, it wasn't my fault. So they all got to the old railings. And Pauline said, I'd like to go first, please. And then Little Pappy said, all right then. So Pauline said, and no shaking it too hard because I've got this biscuit tin. So Pauline climbed to the top and everybody shook the railings as hard as they could. And she went, oh dear, what did I tell you? And she fell. Then Baby Lucia, she squeezed through the railings. Like that, and she got through. And Little Pappy said, right, I'll go next then. So Little Pappy climbed up. And he said, and I hurt my knee on that Stordy the other day, so don't shake too hard. And so they shook as hard as they could. Oh, my knee. Ow! Like that. Delores said, right, my turn. And Tony said, yeah, but Delores, you've got to let go. Delores said, it's okay, I will. So Delores got to the top and they shook as hard as they could. And she went, okay, I'm going to drop now. Tony said, I wish I could do that. So Tony climbed up. And then they shook as hard as they could. Oh. Ah. Like that. Charlotte went, please don't shake it too hard. And so she climbed to the top. And no one shook. And she went, go on, you can shake it a bit. So they shook it a little bit. And she went, oh. So he said, right, that's the old railings thing that we forgot. That's now being satisfied. The Pappy said, right, let's get back to the shrapnel. And so they all went back to where the two biscuit tins were and got the magnets together. Got the magnet, and Little Pappy said, right, who else wants to go with the magnet? Charlotte said, I'd like a go, please. And Tony said, well, look, as I was saying, I'm going to my own little spot. And so Tony went off. And then Charlotte said, right, give us a go with that magnet then. And he said, okay, and don't forget, don't let it drag along in the muck because it'll just get filthy and we've got nothing to wipe it on. And Delores said, you can wipe it on your pants. And the Little Pappy said, yeah, but the rust. And she went, oh, yeah. And so Charlotte had to go with the magnet. Meanwhile, while they were doing that, Tony was over by the old gate and the 30-foot wall. And so he said, oh, there's got to be some decent shrapnel around here. I can't go back empty-handed. Oh, there's got to be something decent. And then Tony noticed something up by the clouds. And he went, what's that? It's a funny aeroplane. And as he was looking up, he saw something really strange. And he watched it fly overhead. And then suddenly it went, and it disappeared completely. And he went, in daylight. And all of a sudden, wait everyone, stop. And Charlotte went, what? Is that Tony? So I said, yeah. Oh, he must have seen a bee. And he went, did you see it? And Little Papi said, see what, Tony? What do you mean, see what? It was a flying saucer, Little Papi. A proper one, a real one. And Little Papi said, and everyone was looking up in the sky. And Pauline said, but it's daytime. Don't they only come out at night? And Tony said, that's what I thought. You should have seen it. And Delores said, Tony, are you sure it wasn't an aeroplane from Speak Airport? And Little Papi said, no, it didn't have wings, Delores. It was round. Honest to God, look, cross me heart and hope to die. And Little Papi said, you sure, Tony? And Baby Lucia went, but didn't he? And she was looking up in the sky. And so she climbed back. She got back down. Papi said, Tony, are you sure it wasn't your imagination? And Tony went, no, how could it be my imagination? It was real, Little Papi. I'm telling you, it was real. And Little Papi went, yeah, but Tony, it's daylight. And he went, no, I'm telling you, I'm not messing. I'm not telling you this for a joke. Little Papi, it was real. I really saw it. Come over to the 30-foot wall. And so everybody went over to the 30-foot wall. And Charlotte was like this. And then Delores said, right, everybody lie down on the ground. And so they all lay down. And then Little Papi went, And Pauline went, Tony, are you sure you're not messing? Because there was no shrapnel over there. And Tony said, sod the shrapnel, just keep looking. So Pauline was looking up in the sky. And then Baby Lucia climbed up on Pauline and she was looking too. And Little Papi went, I can't see nothing, Tony. And Delores said, neither can I. And Charlotte went, did it shock you? And Tony said, of course it shocked me, Charlotte. It was real, though. It was a real UFO, a real flying saucer. It was round and it had blue lights. And Charlotte went, wish I'd seen it. Tony said, I can't believe it. I can't believe none of you saw it. And Delores said, maybe they have like a special beam. And they fired that beam down on the earth. And what happens is, all the other kids that are with one person, they can't see it, but that one person can. Charlotte went, yeah, that's probably it. And so he said, look, I'm telling you. What should I do? Should I phone I should, what you do, you tell the police? And Delores went, Tony, no, you don't want to do that. And then Charlotte got up. If you tell people, they won't believe you, Tony. Nobody will believe you. Delores said, that's right. Listen to Charlotte, Tony. And Tony said, yeah, but I can't keep this to myself. And then Little Papi said, Tony, you've told us. That's the main thing. And everybody's got to swear not to tell no one, not a soul. And Delores said, I'll have to tell my mummy. And then Little Papi went, well, tell your mum then, but don't tell anyone else. And ask her not to tell anyone. And Delores went, okay, I can't tell my mummy what to do. And then Tony said, look, please, Delores. And then Pauline said, okay, everybody, right, Tony has seen a flying saucer, and it's not the first time. He's seen a flying saucer, and we've got to take it seriously, and we've got to believe him, because he wouldn't lie to us like that. And Little Papi went, no, he wouldn't. And then Baby Lucia went, it was just up underneath. It was up. It's a supper, she was underneath. And Tony went, so what did she say? And Little Papi said, she said that she believes you, and she knows that those flying saucers are real. And she said, if she'd been with you, she'd have thrown a brick at one. And Tony went, oh, thanks, Baby Lucia, but it was real. And Delores went, what was it like? And Tony said, I can't really, it was black. The top of it was black, and the bottom of it had all these blue lights, and everything went blue. The 30-foot wall went blue, and the ground was all blue. And then Little Papi said, you mean from the light? And Tony went, yeah. And you know what? It was even better than the one in the Invaders. And Little Papi said, was it? And he went, yeah, but it was round. It was round, and it was black at the top, and had these blue lights, and it was round. And Little Papi said, did it make any sound? And Tony went, I don't know. And so I said, oh, you must know. And he went, I don't know, I can't remember if it made sound. And Little Papi said, well, which direction did it go? Little Papi said, and Tony went, what it did was it came down it came down, it was still in the sky above the 30-foot wall. I wish I'd climbed up there. But the thing is, and then it just shot straight up in the sky. It didn't go sideways. It just went straight up in the sky, really, really fast, Little Papi. And Little Papi said, oh, I wish I'd seen it. Delores said, Tony, let's go round to mine. I've got an idea. And just keep thinking about the flying saucer. And so he went, all right then. And Pauline said, and no more talk about phoning the police or telling a soul. We've got to keep it to ourselves. Tony said, okay. So they all went round. They all went round to Dolores's. And Little Papi said, right, okay, what are we doing, Delores? Delores said, right, Tony, did you keep thinking? I'm just going to get me sketch pad and some pencils. Just a minute. I won't be a minute. Wait, Charlotte, have I got any muck on me? And then Charlotte turned around. She went, no, no, Delores, your clothes still look brand new. And she went, thank you. And so she went in. And then after a short while, she came back with a sketch pad and her pencils. And she went, right, I'm going to draw what you saw. And Tony went, that's a brilliant idea. And Pauline said, I wish I'd have had my mum's camera. And then Little Papi said, is your mum got a camera? And she went, yeah, it's one of those little ones. It's called a Kodak Instamatic. And then, she went, if I'd had that, we could have took pictures of it. And Little Papi said, yeah, but we didn't say it. Only Tony did, didn't you, Tone? And he went, yeah, I did. And Tony still looked all bemused and amazed. And Delores said, right, okay, so you said it was round. And Tony went, yeah. And she went, right, I'll draw a little circle and you tell me. And then I'll draw a figure, which is you. And you tell me how big it was. And Tony went, okay. And so she drew a little matchstick man. And then she drew a little circle. Okay, is that right? And Tony went, no, it was bigger. And she went, okay. Was it twice as big? And he went, yeah. And she went, all right. So she drew a circle twice as big. That's it. That's how big it was. And she went, right. Okay. So we know how big it was. And you said it was black at the top. Was it like a sugar bowl? And he went, no. It was like a flat hat without the peak. And she went, like a policeman's hat. And he went, yeah, the driver's, not the bobbies. And then she went, okay. And so she said, is it that much? And he went, yeah. And she went, right. So she coloured it on in. And she said, and you said it was black. And he went, yeah, but the bottom wasn't black. The bottom was a bit like see-through. And it had blue lights. And she went, okay. She said, so that's the flying saucer if you're looking at it from sideways. And now I'll do another one. And now we'll do what it looked like underneath. And then, right. And she went, how many blue lights did it have? And Sonny went, oh, Delores, I can't remember. I can't remember how many blue lights. And she went, okay. Was it just one? And he went, no. She went, okay. Was it one there and one there and one there and one there? And he went, no. It was like there was a few lights there. And she went, okay, there. And he went, yeah. And she went, right. And a few lights there. Okay. Right, so that's the top and the bottom. And he went, yeah, that looks just like it, Delores. And she went, okay. Right. Now, we can't tell a soul. And Tony, do you want to keep this drawing of the flying saucer? And he went, no, because our Billy will see it. And she went, well, who's going to keep the drawing? And Little Papi said, Tony, I can keep it in my house if you want, because no one will go in my toy box. I'll put it by there. And Tony went, okay, all right, Little Papi. And he went, and so Delores gave him the drawing of the flying saucer. And she went, I will have to tell me mum, Tony, because I'll have to tell her. And Tony went, but why? And she went, because it's something that you saw. What if I don't tell her and then there's millions of them tomorrow morning? And Tony went, oh yeah, that one could have just been scouting to see what there was. And Delores said, that's right. And so Tony went, oh, I wish you would have seen it. It was brilliant. But I've got to stay calm. I've got to stay calm and not tell our Billy or our Jimmy. No one can know. I can't tell no one. And Little Papi said, you got to swear, Tony. You can't tell us all because we're all involved now. And Tony went, what do you mean? And he went, because you told us first and we were on the Barnabas Hill. If we tell people, then the next minute, everyone will be down here, the news and everything, and they'll all be going over the old railings. They'll probably knock the old railings down and dig the Barnabas Hill up. And so he said, all right, I won't tell no one. And Little Papi said, okay. And Delores said, oh, but what an exciting thing to have happen. I'd love to have seen it. And Charlotte went, so would I. I would have really liked to see a flying saucer. You might see it again. And Tony said, I hope so. And this time, I'm going to stay where I am and shout you all over. And Little Papi said, actually, why didn't you just shout us? And Tony said, because you can't. You're just like that. And then by the time you finish doing that, it's gone. And Little Papi said, it's still brilliant though, Tony. And Tony said, it's the best one, yeah. It was better than that one that I saw from my bedroom window. And Charlotte said, you saw another one? And he went, yeah, wasn't it about 2 Christmases ago? I was going to bed and I was just looking out the window, and I looked over by where the old railings is, and it was pitch black, and it was all stars, and then I saw this flying saucer, and it was brilliant. And Pauline said, it was a great story, Tony. Tony went, Pauline, it wasn't a story, it was real. I keep telling you. Ah, that was brilliant, though. It was brilliant. The end. Now, did you like that little story, little Pete? And would you like to be all snuggled up with the mammy and the pappy, and with Baby Lucia, and Tony, and Pauline, and Charlotte, and Delores, and with little Joni and her baby, and Marlon, and Al, and Olivia? Then that's what we will do. And then we can all watch the story of the Little Papi and Tony and the Flying Saucer. Nice and snug. Okay, now let's give our lovely mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Come on, Baby Lucia. Dirty? Yes, you can bring your dirty cup. Dirty, Mummy. Come on, Pauline. Come on, Charlotte. Come on, Delores. Right. Now, with everyone all nice and cuddled up, all that there is left is for me to say, night, night, everyone.